Before we begin, let's acknowledge our partners who have made this wonderful event possible. Our presenting partner, Geo Hotstar, co-powered by National Payments Corporation of India, along with Getty Pay, and in association with Meta. Can we have some claps in the house for our partners, please? Yes, some loud claps. Thank you very much. With that being said, we had 4 sessions done pre-lunch, and now we have a very, very interesting topic that is lined up for you. That is, why is the mobile inbox fast becoming a serious revenue channel? And to do the honors and talk to us more about this topic, we have 3 wonderful speakers here to share their insights with us. Please put your hands together and welcome our first speaker, Mr. Rohit Mahajan, the founder and managing partner at Plutos One. Can we have a clap in the house, audience? Yes? A warm welcome to you, sir. Floor is all yours. Next up, we also have Ms. Shefali Khalsa, the Senior Director and Head Marketing and PR, TransUnion CIBIL. Some claps in the house for ma'am, please. Yes? A warm welcome to you, ma'am. Thank you very much for joining us. And joining them on the stage, we have Mr. Varun Kulkarni, Director, Marketing, Digital and Growth, NoBroker. Can we have some claps in the house to welcome sir on the stage? And taking this conversation forward and doing the moderation for us, we have Mr. Mahip Singh, the co-founder and CEO, Scatter. Can we have some claps? Yes. Co-founder and COO, Scatter, Mr. Mahip Singh on the stage for us. Over to you all. The floor is all yours.
Great. Hi. Am I audible? Okay. Thank you. My name is Mahip Singh. I've already been introduced. Before I start this session, I want to just set the context and understand this room better. So I'm going to ask you 4 questions, right? So please help in contributing by raising your hand if you agree or don't agree. If you agree, of course, you have to raise your hand. The first question is, how many of you checked your mobile inbox in the last 30 minutes? And when I say mobile inbox, it comprises of 4 things: SMS, RCS, email, and WhatsApp. Okay, great. The second question is, how many of you bought something directly or indirectly by looking at a message in your inbox, in your mobile inbox? Okay, just a couple of them. The third question is, how many of you ignored at least one brand message today? A lot. Great. The fourth question that I'm going to ask you has got multiple answers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the question, list down the options, then I'll repeat it one by one, and whatever you agree on, please raise your hand. Which channel do you think drives the highest ROI for the brands today? The options are social, search, marketplace, and mobile inbox. I'll repeat again one by one. Social. Can you please raise your hands? Wonderful. Second is search. A few lesser. Marketplace. Okay. And what about mobile inbox? Well, I think the search was possibly we saw the highest hands going up, but actually the answer is D, which is mobile inbox. And that is exactly what we are going to discuss today here with the panelist. Okay, before I open the questions to the panelists, I'll request everyone to introduce themselves, starting with Rohit.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rohit Mahajan, and I'm a founder of Plutos One. See, what Plutos One does is, we are a Bharat Connect TSP for bill payments, for Banking Connect and UPI, and Bharat Connect for business. Also, we manage the offer platforms for a lot of banks. So if you have any credit card or a debit card, so you're getting any offers, the back end is managed by us. So this is what we are.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shefali Khalsa. I'm Senior Director and Head of Marketing, PR, and Corporate Communication with TransUnion CIBIL. CIBIL, I'm sure everybody connects well with the CIBIL score, while we are also B2B, plus more consumer connect is the CIBIL score that we offer.
Hi, everyone.
My name is Varun Kulkarni. I lead marketing at NoBroker. NoBroker, I'm assuming all of you must be knowing, it's a real estate plus home services platform. We provide services from like renting, buying, selling till home loan, interiors, packers, and more. So, because basically we are trying to create an ecosystem related to home. So anything that you got to do with home, I think you can visit NoBroker and get it done. So yeah, that's about me.
Okay, I'll introduce myself once again. My name is Mahip Singh. I'm the co-founder at Scatter. At Scatter, we help brands grow their digital ecosystem and drive revenues for them. You know why I chose to become the moderator of this session is purely keeping in mind the kind of brands that we have been working and delivering mobile inbox, kind of campaigns to them. What we have seen in the last couple of years, quietly, mobile inbox has actually become the highest ROI revenue generator for brands. We work with a brand, we do about 300 campaigns on mobile inbox, which really generates tremendous amount of ROI, a lot of revenues to the brand. So this is real, it is impactful, and it deliver results. So on that note, I'm going to open the questions to the panel. So we have just seen that everyone checks the inbox, right? And even they buy from it. So why is mobile inbox becoming a serious revenue channel now and not 5 years ago? So Rohit, you want to take that up first?
So to understand the mobile inbox, we need to understand a couple of numbers. Right now, if you'll see, we have 500 million plus users on WhatsApp. That means that number of smartphones are in the system. And what exactly mobile is? Mobile today is just not a communication device where you speak. It is your wallet, it is your food delivery, it is your entertainment. A lot of young youth is watching all Netflix of the world on the phone. It is your Tinder also, a dating. And you'll see mobile has multiple roles in our life. So basically, we'll need to understand mobile is something we can't live without it. So coming into the revenue perspective, I'll tell you a very interesting case study we have done. So as I told you, we manage the offer platforms for the banks and the partners. What we realized very interestingly, we used to provide offers to the banks. Bank used to put those offers onto their websites, and then somehow on Mother's Day or Diwali, they used to do a campaigns and we on an email, SMS, we were getting a decent response. Then we went to a Visa. They said, why can't we have a something called a customer intent for the offers? So rather than we pushing them, and let's put something like the chatbot on offers. So now we have launched in 7 countries as a pilot project, and we have seen 100% new growth of customers who are coming back. So when I say a revenue or on this, for us, what we understand, it's not the revenue which is directly involved. It is the what I'll say, it is the engagement with the customer, and then the revenue will come. So now imagine 1,000 offers are pushing onto the WhatsApp bot. Is it not spamming? So customer is using an offer, and then obviously sales is happening, revenue is happening for us also, and the brands also. Another interesting fact about, I was with the one of the biggest telecom company, sitting with them, and they said they have the biggest problem of postpaid collection. People don't pay on time. So I said, what is the new solution they are? So they have started communicating to the customer that your payment is due on this date. If you pay today, you'll get some offer. And they said they have reduced 100% cost on doing this IVR calls or manual calls. This is what I'll say a revenue. So instead of just doing a communication or email, SMS, how we can engage customers in terms of to use this product. Again, we now the world is changing. Nobody wants 140 crore people. We just, every one of us just need 1 crore. So let's be a niche and through mobile inbox is going to be great to communicate with the customers on one-on-one.
Thanks,
go ahead,
Rohit,
Shefali.
for setting the context, and I'll take the next one. For years, I would say, Mahip, the inbox, the mobile inbox has been a very transactional, I would say, from the brand lens. And I've worked with multiple brands, whether insurance, banking, and now with the credit bureau. So, usually the messages that we have seen over the years would be order confirmed, delivery shipped, or thank you very much for visiting us or flying with us. But over the years, over last 6 years, I would say, to be very precise, things have drastically changed. Now it is the mobile inbox where the intent, consumer intent, is created. Decisions are made, like people do decide that okay, this is what I put in the cart, and so on. And further, the revenue is churned for the brands. So there's a substantial change from the cost center to being a revenue. Also, adding to what Rohit mentioned about numbers, that of course India is one of the biggest market using WhatsApp. I would say WhatsApp penetration is really huge, 700 plus million users in India. Um, Talking about CIBIL, my own brand, I would say we offer free consumer report, which is a CIBIL score. You can check your own CIBIL score, which is very relevant to also check any digital frauds that are happening, because it gives you a complete history of more than 10 years. All your skeletons will also be visible in that. Just the context I want to put here is that on a monthly average base, we have about 50 lakh visitors on website. And out of that, about 94% is on mobile website. And on every month, I would say average FACR, which is a free annual credit report that people opt for, we have more than 3.5 lakhs every month. And again, out of that, again, 95% opt from mobile. So which is why I would say the behavior, the consumer behavior has shifted from a web-led to mobile first, digital first on mobile.
Great. I just want to add one point on WhatsApp. One of the studies that we're going through, the open rate on WhatsApp today is about 90%, which is very, very huge. Yeah, Varun.
Yeah. So I think what has happened in the last maybe 5 years or 10 years is that there are two parts to it. One is the way the media has exploded. So, and what has that done is that has given power to the brands to communicate one-on-one. Earlier, if you look at the earlier media, newspaper or TV, it used to be one to many. Brand was talking to many millions of customers. Now with the kind of personalization that you are able to do on maybe SMS or WhatsApp or email, you can talk to one person, and that has a great impact when you look at maybe metrics like CTR or open rates. Now, that's on the ability of brands to reach out to customers. But from customers' point of view, if you look at what has happened is, now customers have also become very savvy. If I talk about NoBroker's context, we almost 95% of the activity that user does is on app or mobile web or desktop. So we have all the data points that we can track about a customer, and customers are aware of that. They expect brands to know them really well and communicate or push only messaging that is relevant for them. So you cannot be doing a blanket messaging that doesn't work anymore. Given that in both these ends, there are these abilities. The SMS, WhatsApp, or email, these channels, which are more inbox channels, are performing really well because they give you the ability to customize and personalize to a person's activity level, not even a personal level. Right. So I think that has led to, this channel becoming one of the major revenue sources, and I think it will continue to grow. Like you said, WhatsApp, I think we are second big. I think we are the biggest user base, second biggest in terms of ARPU in the globe. So Meta is also focusing on that.
Right.
So I see that growing further.
Great. Setting the context here, if you really look at it, every brand is looking at exploding a mobile inbox in a big way, and it started contributing towards the revenue. So moving on to the strategic as well as the India story, where does the mobile inbox really sit when strategically you are placing yourself within marketing, sales, or customer experience? So Rohit, you want to start with that?
So let's talk about when mobile inbox. We need to.
Rohit, can you just yeah.
So when we say mobile inbox, we need to understand one thing: we can't spam. We We have done a bad thing about email. We have done a bad thing about SMS. We have overused them. WhatsApp, you can't do it. So the best part is, even if email or SMS or WhatsApp, the question is how you'll engage customer. So engagement is very important. So then probably engagement is there, that the revenue will come. I'll give you a very small another example. So we went to one electronic manufacturers and said they want to engage customers to this. I said, boss, what do you need? Don't spam them with telling them that this is my product and this is the feature of that product. Anyways, you are doing this media burst of your print, TV. Let's do something very interesting. So I said, whenever a customer buys your product, why don't you tell them, you take the warranty here, register a warranty through WhatsApp, and then we'll try to cross-sell, upsell that customer rather than bombarding. If there any customer problem, it should be on a WhatsApp. So right now, mobile inbox is all about engagement. As soon as you'll spam, customer will block you. So let's not, start thinking about a marketing or a sales. If we will do a customer engagement and solving a problem for a customer, then everything will fall in place, whether it's a marketing, whether it's a sales. So for me, customer engagement is the key for
Got it.
mobile inbox.
Varun, you want to contribute?
Yeah, so I think what has happened is, in obviously the inbox has become very important. And let's take example of WhatsApp, maybe because that is a channel that is so. I think every one of us has used some or the other bank and financial services. So we have a RM in our banks, and whenever we have any issue, we reach out to that RM, made before, let's say, any card that you want to get issued or any other query that you want to have. Now earlier, the scenario of maybe customer experience was that you had to call a number and you had to wait for some time. Now what that has shifted to is that every person has kind of a personal RM in terms of a WhatsApp chatbot from that brand, and that has made people converse with the brand. So I was just talking to in one of the meetings we were discussing with my founder, and we called one of the younger folks from our team, and we asked him, like, what is your first point of contact when you want to raise a complaint or you have any query? So he said Instagram or WhatsApp, and that was unheard of. If earlier, maybe 5 years back, people would have said, okay, we'll reach out to the customer care, we'll maybe tweet. But Instagram, WhatsApp, and WhatsApp bot has become so good that you get reply within seconds. So that has built that relationship that users know that you can converse with the WhatsApp with the brands, and that has made that channel very important. And it also works in a way that if the user drops off, that is a channel where you can pick up from. When you want to give any important update, WhatsApp, thankfully because of the prevalence of Wi-Fi, the network issues have gone down really well. OTPs are coming on WhatsApp. So overall scheme of things, the WhatsApp become an integral part of your life, and brands, if utilized properly, can make it a great revenue channel.
Great, thanks. Shefali, with you, actually, I want to talk about the India advantage. Is India uniquely positioned to monetize the inbox better than the global markets? What gives really India that edge?
I would say absolutely. India is always ahead of everything, be it the digital first journeys or mobile first behavior. Like in the first question, also Rohit just mentioned about the data points, right? Adding to that, about 21 plus billion transactions happened on UPI, which happens through mobile in December 2025. So this underlines the fact that definitely India is mobile first when it comes to e-commerce or digital payment. And that also gives the whole opportunity for the brands to, start the conversation, engage the consumer, and try to leverage that into the revenue. So I would say definitely India has that advantage. And with all the, since last 5 to 6 years, what we have seen with the WhatsApp business having this API integrations, RCS reviving the whole dying cadre of SMS, I would say, and the AI-driven, the personalized messaging. All of this put together has definitely shifted this whole mobile inbox from cost center to the revenue. On a lighter note, if I can make a comment, it was Mobile inbox was more like a pantry where everybody used to come and just make no purchase. But now it has become like a QSR, where the relevance and the speed matters.
Very well said. Thank you. Rudy, you want to contribute to this?
So I'll tell. I gave you one stat: 500 million users we have on our WhatsApp. Another thing, I was reading one of the report, and it was an interesting insight on that. Average Indian spends 5 hours on mobile. So I was shocked. I said, okay, let me check mine. So I was on 8 hours. So whenever I'm traveling, so I'm checking all my emails, WhatsApp, and even talking to my teammates on mobile or WhatsApp, whatever it is, we are using an email or that's very interesting. So 5 hours, 500 million users. So do you think we have an advantage in terms of the mobile inbox? Yes. Second is 27% of total WhatsApp users are from India. And the brilliant part, if you'll see, and I was talking to a lot of folks on was working on a chatbots and all. We have done actually Indians have done a brilliant work around chatbots. So the consumer journeys and everything, the way we have created. So I know it is still nascent, but the kind of consumer journey we are talking about, whether it's a travel, whether it's a, you get your airline tickets on WhatsApp. So you don't want to go anywhere. So it's easy. Mobile UPI is a success, super success. So like we work for bill payments and we are a TSP for Bharat Connect. And what we are seeing, a very interesting case on the communication part when we say mobile inbox. We have spoke to a lot of brands in terms of, the insurance. So don't sell your first insurance to them. So when it is, even if it's a automobile insurance and you want to renew it, so WhatsApp or email or SMS, you send the message and create a journey to pay immediately. So it's just not the information which is getting passed. So now, if you'll see, you get a due date and it'll say click here, and actually you do the payments. And trust me, 90% of people, if you do only a the brand communication, oh your due is there, and you are completing the journey, and that is making a difference. We today in India, you will see a lot of use cases where we are completing the journey in terms of the payments also. So that's what we are doing, and India is a great use case in terms of the mobile inbox.
Great. Let me quickly move to the next segment, which is about conversion and business reality. I want to start with you, Varun. So, if you look at across industries, especially the real estate industry that you work with, so what are the clear signals that tell you as inbox interactions is ready to convert, and what signals tell you it's about to fail?
Right. So first part, which tells us it's about to convert, is again for that we need to have extremely segmentized approach to do that. So whenever I'll give you an example of, let's say, packers and movers. Now, NoBroker caters to packers and movers also. So somebody who's, let's say, started searching for a house.
Okay.
We know from our data that in X days, in priority, the cohorts have shown that people will start looking for packers and movers also, because they would have finalized, or at least somewhat finalized, a couple of options. Now, when we reach out to those customers on WhatsApp with a communication saying that, let's say, if you want to move from Sarjapur to Koramangala, and because we know that the localities they are looking for, BHKs they are looking for, and we know what is the approximate code for that BHK is, that gives us great, like starting from open rate, it's an entire funnel that shows this lead will convert, is open rate is good. The person who clicks on it ends up, maybe there are a couple of stages in that lead journey, maybe fills three or four steps out of six stage lead journey. And we know that after 3 stages, if the person has filled that inventory, the person will convert. So this is in context of packers and movers. Similarly, I think all businesses have their own journeys, which give you signal starting from, let's say, either open rate or click rate, and then the further funnel conversion, whether this lead will convert on. And what helps achieve this better is the personalization that happened in WhatsApp. If we had sent generic message that, okay, get packers and movers and get 10% off, maybe you wouldn't have clicked on it, because search and formula words were not there. So that helps drive revenue. It's a combination of maybe precise segmentation plus personalization, that I would say. And I think the contrast of that is what tells us it will not fly. That whenever we have done spray and pray approach, we have sent bulk messages to a blanket cohort. That has not worked. So it is proven that unless and until the personalization is there, the channel is bound to fit. So in every channel wherever it's possible, and I think all channels, like Shefali mentioned, that RCS, WhatsApp, SMS, email, the personalization is possible to a level that you can personalize image also, video also. There are solutions which can do that. I think that has worked really well. So these two metrics, I would say, yes.
Wonderful. Shefali, you want to contribute on the PFSI or TransUnion CIBIL? How you typically do it?
Yeah, sure. In terms of what are the green signals, I would say definitely reviving the cart, reviving the drop-offs, and coming back to the journey. That's the first win, I would say. The CTRs definitely is a great matrix that defines. Like I said, we have about 40 to 50 lakh visitors, and a 10 to 11% of conversion into a free credit report is also a good number. Largely, we have seen usually the paid journeys are hardly 4 to 5% conversion. Yeah.
Okay, great. I've heard people, both of you talking about automation, technology, and today AI is playing a big role. So, Rohit, what I want you to answer is, from your experience, where is AI actually making inbox-driven revenue more effective today? And whether it's working on decisioning, personalization, timing, or if there is something else.
So AI is the favorite word these days. We all love the word AI. So I'll take AI into two steps. So first, AI. What is the benefit of AI? I'll tell you. For us, earlier when suppose we have some idea, and I used to go to my tech team or a marketing team, and I request them to build this idea. They'll used to give me a 6 months roadmap of development and then the marketing. Today, it's 2 weeks. So one, if there is an idea, it's getting implemented. Second is, and we are very, very, convinced about it, is a conversational AI. How we are, see, for me, again, if you'll see, there is an old thought, I am going to send 1 million emails to the customer and open rate is less than a 1%, and even if 1% is, now things are changed. So all of us, we are trying to engage customer. Even if it's a WhatsApp communication, SMS, or email, you want more engaging content which you should go to the customer. We'll have a better open rate also. And if they are getting engaged, trust me, revenue will come. Revenue is not the problem. The problem is, can I get an attention of a customer for a second? If they are able to click, I'm sure they will take my product. But I'll tell you example on this Mother's Day campaign. We used to do this Father's Day campaign for a bank. So when we used to send offers, nobody used to click. So as soon as we started putting these offers from these brands, there is a contest also. Then things have changed. So this is how it's just not bombarding. That time has gone. When you are sending 1 million emails, million WhatsApp, now it has to be targeted. And if we are able to complete the journey and create some engagement, then I think we are done.
No, I think well said on the attention part. If you have the right communication, you are able to drive the attention, eventually it will get to the conversion. Varun, you want to further contribute to this?
Yeah, so at least we have seen AI contribute across the funnel, right from segmentation, because it has helped us identify those cohorts which are maybe precise cohorts. They might not be million in number, like Rohit said. They could be few thousands, but they are high converting cohorts. And the beauty of inbox is that folks who have run the performance marketing part, smaller the audience is more difficult to reach, expensive the CPM. So it becomes very difficult performance as a channel to reach to maybe thousands of people. There you need millions of people. That's not the case with inboxes. There you can reach hundreds of people, thousands of people with same efficiency. So that's where I think inbox scores better. So AI will help us zero down on those segments which are high converting. And then obviously the delivery also is being governed by AI now. Like it's an attention deficit world. Like I remember 2019, the scroll per day scroll on an average was some 300 feet, and that's 2019. After that, after the explosion of short video, I'm sure it's maybe tripled or quadrupled. I don't know what it is, but 300 feet is a lot of scroll. So how do you make sure that people are paying attention? And that can only happen when you send them the messaging at the right time with the right communication. So I think all of this is possible because of AI. Manually, we were segmenting users. Manually, we were creating different messages that we could do maybe with 30-40% efficiency. With AI, we can do it at scale. At NoBroker, we have millions of customers, 17 to 18 business lines, and everything is connected because the same tenant who is looking for a house right now will look for Pakistan movers, rental agreement, cleaning services. So managing that manual is actually impossible, and AI has helped us greatly throughout the funnel, starting from segmentation to creativity.
Great. One of the segments, Shefali, which I really want to touch upon is trust versus revenue. The reason why I say trust, the kind of experience you carry working in the BFSI industry, trust is the most important factor that the consumers are looking for from the bank. So, from that perspective, inbox is actually intimate and fragile, right? Where do brands most often cross the line while chasing revenues?
It's a wonderful question, Mahip, I must say. So we are talking about purely the mobile inbox, and I must also put this to the table that this is a permission-led territory, and today, as a matter of fact, every brand has a customer persona. Like erstwhile we used to call it like golden record of a consumer. Now it's a consumer persona that every brand has, and even the consumer knows that the each brand has their personas, buying behaviors, etc., and which they appreciate. But at the same time, there is a very thin line. They also expect relevance and respect, and which is very important that for brands there are three red flags that one has to keep in mind. One, avoid over messaging. Any SMS or any inbox messaging more than 3 times a week is boredom, and it will definitely turn into opt outs. Second is over personalization. So personalization has to be very contextual, like to the buying behavior and not to the sensitive information. And the third is, avoid any further targeting. Hyperlocal is definitely there, but anything which is a blur line of consent has to be also taken care of. So yeah, largely one has to be very sure about this side of the consent line versus that side.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. I'm going to drive the second last segment now, which is rapid fire, which talks about metrics that matter. So I'm going to ask one question from each of you. Please reply in one line. Which inbox metric is overrated? Starting with Varun.
In case of inbox, I would say reach, don't optimize for it. Optimize for relevant reach.
Right. Shefali.
Open rate. Curiosity is not always commerce.
Right.
I rather go for engagement. How much engagement we have done with the customer.
Right. I've been clearly seeing the engagement piece coming out pretty well. Okay. And number two, which metric truly signals inbox driven revenue?
Ultimate conversion. I mean, revenue trumps everything. So
There it has to be engagement, right?
I love what the engagement. I don't want to spam any of my customer. I don't want to let my brands to do that.
Right. For you.
CTR.
Sorry?
CTR.
CTR. Okay, the third is which metrics tell you that customer trust is starting to break?
open rate.
Unsubscribe. Opt outs.
Opt out.
Again, WhatsApp, are they blocking you? You'll get the data. How many people have you blocked? Same unsubscribe on the emails. That's the red line.
Right.
Okay, great. So we have got 3 minutes left for the session. I'm going to ask last question. Any one of you can actually contribute to it, whoever wants to do it. But it's an important one. I don't want to miss this. Actually, if you look at 2-3 years ahead from now, what fundamentally changes about the mobile inbox in India's digital economy? Anyone can pick that up and answer.
So I come from a payment side, so we don't have wallets these days. So you are going to see everything is on a mobile. So you think of on a payments, everything. Whether for me, we work with NPCI and we see a wallet kind of UPI thing we have done in India, or bill payments we have done in India. If you go to global, you see we are far ahead. So we'll see payments and the engagement on a mobile inbox is going to be on a next level altogether. Again, I'm telling you, maybe WhatsApp is created by another country, but the best use case come from India.
Great. What I gather largely is that the inbox is not becoming noisy, it is becoming intelligent, right? I think the brands who are sitting here, if they are able to put the intelligent with the insights the panel has given, I think it will be useful. You can drive that particular channel to drive great ROI as we move ahead. Now I'll open it up for the audience. We have got 1 minute, 18 seconds left. I'm seeing the timer. Any question that you would like to ask for the panel? Can you pass the mic there, please?
Yes. Can we have the mic passed on to, please?
It'll be good for you to introduce yourself first and then ask the question.
Hi, my name is Rohit. Presently I work with a EdTech organization. I have two quick questions. One is, my experience today. I mean, half an hour back. So I came from New Delhi. I traveled by Air India, and I'm traveling back by Indigo. I just received a WhatsApp message from Indigo that you'll get 56% off if you explore New Delhi as a traveling kind of a thing. It was useless for me. So the segmentation related to me, one. Second, like you said, like the future is mobile and all those things. How about smartwatch? Because we know AI is growing day by day. I want to pay through a smartwatch, so all my voice and everything, everything is getting captured in my smartwatch. And I'm sure in down the line in future, I'll be buying everything from my smartwatch. So what's your take on that?
So why smartwatch? You just gave me an example of airlines. When you use Digi Yatra, there is nothing, no mobile, nothing. It's a face. So imagine 2 years, actually you're going for a shopping and a store. You can pay by a face readings. And you put a pin and that's it, that's done. So future is this. You're doing a payments, your face recognition. That's what probably the country is building. So smartwatches, for me, if I were discussing with Mike, we have requested all our employees don't use smartwatch. It's a distraction. So it's a phone is already there as a distraction, but the technology is coming. A face recognition it's a brilliant thing we have done. And imagine you doing payments, everything on a face recognition.
Yeah, adding to that, recently Meta and Ray-Ban has also launched that eyewear, right? And the wearables are the thing. I think now it's been 3-4 years that exist in India. In fact, I'm not wearing today, but I had a ring through which I can make a payment. This was with IndusInd Bank that I had. So I mean, this any mode of wearable is very much in India and will evolve for sure. And I agree with Rohit that facial recognition definitely is the future for that. Answering your first question, that maybe a geotagging went wrong for the brand, because when I landed from Bombay, I landed here, I got a message from Uber Black maybe, while by that time I had already booked the premiere. So yeah, sometimes it's also it's not actually the marketer's fault, because I'm a marketer, but sometimes the technology goes wrong.
Yeah, it's largely about technology. They are targeting you with the right message, but sometimes technology is not in our control, right? Especially the marketer's control. They've done a great job in building the cohorts, data, communication that they can send out, but technology is not everybody's control.
I would just say, instead of that message, you should have got that if you book a return flight, we'll give you the discount. Yeah, ignored.
Yeah, absolutely. You will do that as a consumer.
Yeah, like we did, we have overcome the SMS, I would say.
One last question, if there is any from the audience, else we can maybe connect offline outside. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Rohit, Shefali, Varun, for your time. It was a great insight panel discussion. Lovely catching up with you guys.